Hey guys, this is Creepypasta Guy 5548. I am going to be reading a couple of creepypastas for the 100 subscribers. Actually, I'll be doing a bit extra long one because I hit 100 and I said after 75 I'll do extra long videos, so I have to do even more so. So, I'm going to be reading a story. I posted on ifunny about this comment, creepypasta. After each one that I already have set, I will check it to see if any of you guys left anything. I only have two set up right now, and that is 1999 and the Smiling Man. 1999 may be last, it may be first. I honestly don't know yet. I'm actually looking at this for a second, trying to see how long Smiling Man is. If it's short, I'll do it first. If it's extremely long, like 1999, I doubt it. Okay. I think I'll be doing Smiling Man first. Okay, the Smiling Man. Oh, Jesus. It doesn't start from the bottom of my head. Yeah, this isn't too terribly long. There are a lot longer ones. Okay. Creeper. No. Yeah, that creeper. That picture freaks me out. By the way, I don't care about the updates. You update every freaking day. I've gotten a lot of subscribers lately. I don't know why. But I don't know what I'm doing, but I get a lot of subscribers. I don't know why I have as many as the other people, but I do. You know what? I'm gonna be doing Smile Dog. That video, that little line I posted. I'm sorry. Yeah, fuck this one. Okay, subscriber. Hello Kitty 015K. Welcome to the proxy. If you guys, I hope you guys like what I'm doing now. I'm just posting them. Instead of actually just writing it, I'm posting. I just put that picture. Welcome to the family from I posted now and I'm using that now to welcome people. If you don't like it, let me know. I'll just go back to saying welcome to the proxy. But if you do, let me know. For as of right now, it's Security Pasta Family. If you want, let's go back and oh my god. Jeez. Okay. Let's do it. Smiling Man. Okay, hold on. Let me look up Smile Dog before I do any of this. Because I really want this to be prepared. This is going to be at least an hour long. I had to leave at 2 o'clock though. And I'll be gone for an hour. So... No. And shoot, it's not really all the way. I think this one's actually. No, it's not. Okay, I'm just gonna read Smile Dog's first, because this is confusing. Okay. Smile Dog's story consists of a classic horror setup. An amateur writer visits the house of a lady who supposedly has a story for which she can borrow from. Rather than speak, however, the lady has locked herself in her room, crying, ranting about nightmares, visions, various other problems. All of these center around a floppy disk she has given that contains an image of smile.jpg, which is Smile Dog. Other cases have been cropped up. Viewing this image incites insanity, and no copy of the exact image set exists on the web through likeness of it do. The true image of smile.jpg is recognized due to the effect it has on the viewer. That is, they wind up dead. Attaching the file, that is, spreading the word. It is the only way to save oneself from the Smile Dog that appears in one strange demanding to spread the word. Some say that the original legend began with the image of the devil himself. The pasta. Now, that's just, oh dear God. Oh no, this is very long. Sorry, this is longer than I thought. I thought that was just random babble. No, oh dear God, no. That's very long. Very funny. Yes! Oh my God, yes. Why didn't I do this before? Ismo Maniac post. Thank you. Okay, I'll be doing Russian sleep experiment. Oh no, it's not some people's favorite, but I'll do Slenderman. What the heck? If I find one, I will read it, but I looked it up and it just gave me an overrun of basically what the game is. No, I looked up on the wrong side. I'll look again. Thanks for that great suggestion. So. This is what's going to happen now. I'll be reading this Russian sleep experiment first. It's one of my favorites. I don't know why. I just like it so much. Just considering the fact that, especially during the Holocaust, you never know what they did. For all we know, they burned half their stuff. They tried to burn a lot of it. Everyone there died. Although, some of this stuff can actually happen. Jeff the Killer, for instance, that's a great example. He went insane, and he went on a killing spree. That can happen to anybody. You can snap and be a killer. I'm Jack. You become cannibal. You can be a cannibal. Some of these people are just murderers that dress up, basically. They look terrifying. Okay. No. Sorry if you hear them. Dear God. Type in Russian and that's what comes up. Russian sleep experiment. Most famous picture for that's that guy sitting on the table with the mangled body. Strangely though, it's basically the same thing for Sandman creepypasta. I read that. Be consistent, please. Make them look different at least. I think what's different is that Sandman's picture is actually in color. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Tell me what you want me to post, by the way. I'm running out of ideas. Sorry, I'm not looking at the camera. I don't have an actual camera. I just have it on my laptop. So it's just a blue light here. I'm waving with them on. Yes, this is a bunch of books, and you'll notice that the setup's different. Yes. this. That's what routine I want to accomplish for. So, Russian researchers in the late 1940s kept 5 people awake for 15 days using an experimental gas based on a stimulant. I read that, so based stimulant. They were kept in a sealed environment to carefully monitor their oxygen intake so the gas didn't kill them, since it was toxic in high concentrations. This was before closed-circuit cameras, so they only had microphones and a 5-inch thick glass porthole-sized window into the chamber to monitor them. The chamber was stocked with books, cots to sleep on, but no bedding, running water and toilet, and enough dried food to last them all for a month. Over a month. The test subjects were political prisoners, deemed enemies of the state during World War II. Everything was fine for the first 5 days. The subjects were hardly complained, having been promised, falsely, that they would be freed if they submitted to the test, and did not sleep for 30 days. Not long would kill you. You need, absolutely positively need sleep. I don't care what the gas does to you. They didn't know either. So, not much sleep. That's just right there. Your body needs sleep. In fact, you would probably just pass out eventually. Everything was fine for the first 5 days. Subjects hardly complained, having been promised falsely that they would be let free when they could not sleep for 30 days yet. Their conversation and activities were monitored, and it was noted that they continued to talk increasingly traumatic incidents in their past, and the general tone of the conversations took a darker aspect after the day 4 mark. After 5 days, they started to complain about the circumstances and events that led them to where they were, and started to demonstrate severe paranoia. Stopped talking to each other, and began alternately whispering to the microphones in one-way portholes. Oddly, they were all seen to think they could win the trust of experimenters for turning over their comrades, the other subjects in captivity with them. First, researchers suspected that this was the effect of the gas itself. After 9 days, the first of them started screaming. He ran the length of the chamber, repeatedly yelling at the top of his lungs for 3 hours straight. He continued attempting to scream, but was only able to produce occasional squeaks. The researchers hypothesized that he had physically torn his vocal cords. That's hard. It was very painful. The most surprising thing about this behavior is how the other captives reacted to it. Rather, didn't react to it. He continued whispering to the microphones until the second of the captives started to scream. The 2 non-screaming captives took the books apart, smeared pages after page, smeared the pages with their own feces, and pasted them calmly over the glass portholes. The screaming promptly stopped. So did the whispering to the microphones. After 3 more days passed, researchers checked the microphones hourly to make sure they were working, since they thought it impossible that no sound could be coming from 5 people inside. The oxygen consumption in the chamber indicated that all 5 must still be alive. In fact, it was without oxygen 5 people would consume it, and a very heavy level of strenuous exercise. On the morning of the 14th day, the researchers in something they said they would not do to get a reaction from the captains. He used intercom inside the chamber, hoping to provoke any response from the captives. They were afraid were either dead or vegetables. They announced, "We are opening the chamber to test the microphones. Step away in the floor and lie flat on the floor. Step away from the door and lie flat on the floor, or you will be shot. Compliance will earn one of you your immediate freedom. To their surprise, you heard a single phrase in a calm voice respond, "We no longer want to be freed." Debate broke among the researchers and military forces for funding the research. Unable to revoke any responses using the intercom, it was finally decided to open the chamber at midnight on the 15th day. The chamber was flushed with stimulant gas. and filled with fresh air, and immediately voices from the microphones began to inject. 3 different voices began begging, pleading for the life of their loved ones to turn the gas back on. The chamber was opened and the soldiers sent in to retrieve the test subjects. They began to scream louder than ever, so that the soldiers, when they saw what was inside, 4 of the 5 subjects were still alive, though no one can rightly call the state any of them in life. Food rations past day 5 had not been so much as touched. There were chunks of meat from the dead test subjects' eyes and chests stuffed into the drain center of the chamber, blocking the drain, allowing 4 inches of water to accumulate on the floor. Precisely how much water on the floor was actually blood was never determined. All 4 surviving victims also had large portions of muscle and skin torn away from their bodies, destruction of flesh and exposed bone on their fingertips, indicating that the wounds were inflicted by hand, not with teeth as researchers initially thought. Closer examination of the position and angles of the wounds indicated most of them, if not all of them, were self-inflicted. Must be one heck of gas. Abdominal organs below the rib cage of all 4 test subjects had been removed, while the heart, lungs, and diaphragm remained in place. Skin and most of the muscle attached to the ribs had been ripped off, exposing the lungs through the rib cage, and all the blood vessels and organs remained intact. They had been taken out and laid on the floor, fanning about the eviscerated but still living bodies of the subjects. The digestive tract of all 4 could be seen to be working, digesting food. It quickly became apparent that they were digesting was their own flesh they had ripped off and eaten over the course of the days. Most of the soldiers were Russian special operatives in Sicily, but still many refused to return to the chamber to remove the test subjects. They continued to scream to be left in the chamber and certainly begged and demanded that the gas be turned back on, lest they fall asleep. What if they told them they would sleep for 3 days? They turned the gas on. Well, then they couldn't wake up. And this entire story would just be boring. This thing when they're sleeping. Couldn't wake them up. Told them wakes up when they die. To everyone's surprise, the test subjects put up a fierce fight in the process of being removed from the chambers. One of the Russian soldiers died from having his throat ripped out. Another was gravely injured by having his testicles ripped off, and an artery from his legs severed from one of the test subjects' teeth. Another 5 of the soldiers lost their lives, if you count the ones that committed suicide in the weeks following the incident. One of the 4 remaining subjects had his spleen ruptured and he bled out almost immediately. Medical researchers attempted to sedate him, but it proved impossible. He was acting with more than 10 times the human dose of morphine directive, and still fought like a corn animal, breaking the ribs and arms of one of the doctors. And the heart was seen to be for full 2 minutes after he let out, to the point that there was more air in his vascular system than blood. Even after it stopped, he continued to scream and flail for another 3 minutes, struggling to protect everyone in reach, just repeating the word more over and over, weaker and weaker, until he finally fell silent. This one I remember. The 3 were then moved to a medical facility, heavily restrained, where they were going to put their organs back in. The first one was begging not to be put under. They didn't listen to him, and they did, and he died instantly. The next one, that doctor, is a large one, about not putting them under, and the doctor suggested not putting them under, just doing the surgery with nothing, but he was paralyzed, so he wouldn't stop laughing. Ow. So then, after that, they did the cutting. The nurse said it was disturbing because every time the subject's eyes fell on her, that he would smile. Just imagine that. It's worse than just a killer looking at you and actually trying to smile. No, cut from here to here. Yes. And then one of them who didn't talk. This is one that didn't talk. That kept smiling. He wrote down something, and it said he wrote down to tell the doctor to keep cutting. I would imagine hurting yourself like that would hurt, but doing it with a surgical instrument, especially like that, would hurt even more. Especially if they're putting it all back in. The same thing to the other one. Then one of them, then they were debating putting them back in. One of them was struggling. They're all trying to stay awake. One of them their heads hit the pillow. They all showed signs of like multiple cases of brain death, and then they start working again. That was really weird. But also one of them, their heads hit the pillow and they fell asleep and they died instantly. Because they fell asleep. One of them died, and then one of the officers said they're going to put Lane 2 in, along with a couple scientists. One of the scientists pulled out a gun, shot the officer in the head, like right here. Shot one of the test subjects and aimed at the last one. And the most favorite part of this, famous, I should say. He pointed the gun to remaining subjects, still restrained to a bed, and the remaining members of the medical research team fled the room. I won't be locked in there with these things. Not with you, he screamed at the man strapped to the table. What are you? He demanded. I must know. The subject smiled. As you forgotten so easily? The subject asked. We are you. We are the madness that lurks within you all, begging to be free at every moment, your deepest animal mind. We are what you hide from in your beds every night. We are what you sedate in silence and paralysis when you go to the nocturnal haven where we cannot swim. The researcher paused. The name of the subject started and fired. The EEG flatlined, the subject's weak leg choked out. So nearly free. That's that one. Now I'm going back to ifunny to check it. Anybody? 9. Change. Who am I? Oh, did I not put it up there? Oh shoot. I'm talking to Shibe. Okay. Okay. Nobody. Okay. Okay. Next will be Smiling Man. Some of these are not that fun. Some of this is flat out disturbing. About 5 years ago, I lived downtown in a major city in the U.S. I've always been a night person, so I would often find myself bored after my roommate, who was suddenly not a night person, went to sleep. To pass the time, I used to go for long walks, spend the time thinking. I spent 4 years like that, walking alone at night. Never once had a reason to feel afraid. I always used to joke with my roommate. Even the drug dealers in the city were polite. All that changed in just a few minutes of one evening. And again, I'm pretty sure there's a few. I think. I wish they would tell you flat out in the beginning of the story. I never read this one before, I don't think. But, I've not heard of it, but still. I would like to know if it's a male or female, because then it would make a lot of sense, some of them. Oh, sorry, my neck. Shit. Big Batman fan too. Let me guys know if you don't like these videos, please. I'm gonna post something just in case you people just don't want to watch these at all. I'm gonna say, if you don't want me to post videos, I won't. I don't. I'd like it, but if you guys don't want me to, I won't do it. I'll just post stuff. I'll just post about them. I'll just give you the backstory. It was a Wednesday, somewhere between 1 and 2 in the morning. I was walking near a police patrolled park quite a ways from my apartment. It was a quiet night, even for a weeknight. Very little traffic and almost no one on foot. The park, as it was most night, was completely empty. I turned down a short side street in order to loop back to my apartment when I first noticed him. Far into the street on my side was the silhouette of a man dancing. It's like a strand dance, similar to a waltz. But he finished each box with an odd forward stride. I guess you can say he was dance walking headed straight for me. Deciding he was probably drunk, I stepped close as I could to the road to give him the majority of the sidewalk to pass me by. The closer he got, the more I realized how gracefully he was moving. He was very tall and lanky, wearing an old suit. He danced closer still until I could make out his face. His eyes were wide, opened wide and wild, and tilted back slightly, looking at the sky. His mouth formed in a painfully wide cartoon of a smile. Between the eyes and the smile, I decided to cross the street before he could dance any closer. I tucked my eyes in to cross the empty street as the race to the other side glanced back, and stopped dead in my tracks. He stopped dancing and was standing within 1 foot in the street, perfectly parallel to me, facing me but looking skyward, the smile still wide on his lips. I was completely and utterly unnerved by this. I started walking again, but kept my eyes on the man. He didn't move. As I put a half block between us, I turned from him to watch the sidewalk in front of me. The street and sidewalk ahead of me were completely empty. Still in there, to look back to where he had been standing to find him gone. For a brief moment, I felt relieved until I noticed him. He had crossed the street. He was now slightly crouched down. I could tell for sure that the distance and the shadows. But I was certain he was facing me. I looked away from him for more than 10 seconds, so it was clear that he had moved fast. I was so shocked that I stood there sometimes staring at him. Then he started moving toward me again. Took giant, exaggerated, tiptoed steps as if he were a cartoon character sneaking up on someone. Except he was moving very, very quickly. I like to say, at this point, I ran and pulled out my pepper spray or cell phone or anything at all, but I didn't. I stood there, completely frozen as the smiling man crept toward me. Wow, there you go. And then he stopped again, about a car length from me, still smiling, looking at the sky. When I finally found my voice, I blurted out the first thing that came to mind. What I meant to ask was, what do you want from me? An angry, fanning tone, but I can't was a whimper. What? Regardless of whether or not humans can smell fear, I could certainly hear it. I heard it in my own voice. It only made me more afraid. But he didn't react at all. He just stood there, smiling. And after what felt like forever, he turned around very slowly, started walking away. Just like that. Not wanting to turn my back to him again, I just watched him go, till he was far enough away to almost be out of sight. I realized something. He wasn't moving away anymore, nor was he dancing. Watching Horace doesn't shape a finger larger and larger. He's coming back my way, and this time he was running. I ran too. Ran back until off the side road and back onto a better lit road with spare traffic. Looking behind me then, he was nowhere to be found. The rest of my way home, I kept glancing over my shoulder, always expecting to see his stupid smile. But he was never there. I lived in the city for 6 months after that night. I never went out for another walk. There's something about his face that always haunted me. He didn't look drunk. He didn't look high. He was completely and utterly insane. And that's a very, very scary thing to see. That's the smiling man. Okay, like I said, I'm going to check again. Sorry. This is loading. Good. Oh dear God. Okay. Oh. Okay, I'm not doing 1999, sorry. Sorry if you really like that one, I'm just not doing it. That's too long. Smile. Best dog in the world, Jeff Killer. Oh. What the heck? How far down did I go? I first met in person with Mary E. in the summer of 2007. I arranged with her husband for 15 years, Terrence, to see her for an interview. Mary had instantly agreed, since I was not a newsman but rather an amateur writer gathering information for an early college assignment, and, before I went according to plan, some pieces of fiction. We scheduled the interview for a particular week when I was in Chicago on unrelated business. At the last moment, Mary changed her mind and locked herself in the couple's bedroom. She didn't meet with me. For half an hour I sat with Terrence as we camped outside the bedroom door. I was listening and taking notes while he attempted furiously to calm his wife. Things Mary said made little sense with the pattern I was expecting, though I could not see her. I could hear from her voice that she was crying more often than not. Her objections to speaking with me centered around an incoherent distribute of her dreams for nightmares. Terrence apologized profoundly. Then we ceased to exercise. Doing our best to take it in stride. Recalled that I wasn't a reporter in search of a story, but merely a curious young man in search for information. Besides, I thought at the time I could perhaps find another similar case if I put my mind and resources to it. Like I said in the beginning, she locked herself in her bedroom because she saw the smile JPG. Sorry. I should have discontinued 100%. I really hate this. I do this all the time. I mess things up. I'm terrible at this. Let me know when I'm doing wrong sometimes. Help me out, please. 2005, when I was in 10th grade, Smile.jpg was first brought to my attention. My burgeoning interest in web-based phenomenon. Mary's most often cited victim was sometimes referred to as Smile Dog. Yeah, oh my God. Oh, these are just most of this. Okay, I'm just gonna. Okay. I'm just gonna go. I didn't read this before. This is very long. I'm not doing this video. Oh, this is longer than normal already. Apparently, some stuff happened. I downloaded the image and if I looked at it and turned out Mary to be correct, a Smile Dog came to me in my dreams, demanding I spread the word. What would I do? Well, live my life as Mary had, fighting against the urge to give in until I died, but simply spread the word, eager to be put to rest. If I choose the later route, how could I do it? Whom would I burden in turn? I went through my earlier intention to write a short article about Smile JPG. I decided I could attach it as evidence. So anyone who read this article, whoever took interest, would be affected. Even assuming Smile.jpg attached to the email was genuine, I would be conspicuous enough to save myself in the matter. Could I spread the word? Yes I could. Spread the word, people. Look at that beautiful face. Favorite picture. Most famous. Okay. Sorry, that was really long. That was maybe even longer than 1999. 1999 was not even an entire story. Okay, I use the wiki because all of them are on the creepypasta page, and I don't want to spend an hour looking for them. Sure. If they are, let me know. I can't find them on there. But okay. Slendy bendy, slendy. Wow. The Slenderman. The Slenderman creepypasta wiki. There we go, everybody. Let's read about Slenderman. His real name was Mark Slender. I remember that from one of the games. His real name was Mark Slender. I believe that's what it said. Slenderman is a large paranormal figure reported to have been in existence for centuries, covering a large geographical area. Believers in the Slenderman tie his appearance in many other legends around the world, including the Dark Man. I don't know how to speak these. In Scotland, and Branch Man, the German legend of the Tall Man. You already know what he looks like, right? Tall, thin, white pale face, nothing on it. Suit, tie, tentacles. Behavior. Okay, I'm just gonna read appearance, why not? Appearance of Slenderman as being male in appearance, looks like a man with extremely long, slender arms and legs. He also appears to have 4 to 8 foot long black tentacles that protrude from his back. Although different photographs and enthusiasts disagree with the fact, and therefore theorize that he can contract these tentacles at will. He is described as wearing a black suit, strikingly similar to the visage of the notorious Men in Black, as a name suggests. Appearance and very thin, able to stretch his limbs and torso to inhuman lengths in order to induce fear and ensnare his prey. Once his arms are outstretched, his victims put into something of a hypnotized state, where they are utterly helpless to stop themselves from walking in them. He's also able to create tentacles from his fingers and back, where he uses to walk in a similar fashion to Dr. Octopus. The superhuman stretching ability could also be as a similarity between himself and Mr. Fantastic. Marvel reference much? Whether he absorbs, kills, or merely takes his victims to an undiscovered location or dimension is an unknown, so there are never any bodies or evidence left behind in his wake to deduce a defined conclusion, His face is pale and slightly ghostly. He appears to have been wrapped in a tightly gauze or cloth. His facial features are also an object to debate. People believe that his face looks different to each person, if it is seen at all. Sometimes it's portrayed wears a hat, which is sometimes a bowler or fedora, even sometimes a top hat. He may even be seen wearing a long flowing necktie or scarf, which is either red or gray. He often keeps his long pale hands crossed slightly behind his back, laying loosely at his sides. His suit is black, sometimes portrayed as a pinstripe in artwork, a common misconception thanks to a very similar Jack Skellington from Nightmare Before Christmas. He has long cottontails, which he lets flow proudly. He wears long dress shoes, which are always shined a perfect, gleaming black. Wow. Behavior. Much of the fascination of Slenderman is rooted in overall aura, a mystery that he's wrapped in. Despite the fact it's rumored he kills children almost exclusively, it is difficult to say whether or not his only objective is slaughter. Oftentimes, these records can be found in sections of the woods. These generally tend to be suburban. He also has been seen reported in large groups of children, as many photographers portray. It is commonly thought that he resides in the woods and forests and preys on children. He seems unconcerned with being exposed in daylight or captured in photos. It is often that he is well played and enjoying stalking people. As well as he enjoys stalking people who become overly paranoid about his existence, purposefully giving them glimpses of him in order to further frighten them. For this reason, it seems like Slenderman very much enjoys psychologically torturing his victims. He also appears to float or drift around rather than walk, suggests the possibility of him being ethereal being an ethereal being rather than a creature of man. This would be also explained why he's able to remain mobile in spite of his poorly portrayed body. Even though Slender Man was fabricated of something awful forms, or was he? Some people have already claimed sightings. He's mostly at night, peering into open windows and walks out in front of lone motorists on secluded roads. His main intentions appear to be kidnapping children, as when he is seen near them in photographs, they usually disappear shortly afterwards. Slender Man also inspired many stories, such as those of marble hornets. In the end, though, his purpose remains unknown. Interesting taking Slender Man by the possible member who is relying on marble hornet series for evidence of facts. Oh dear. Oh, right, no. I heard there's been a big misconception about my pal Slender Man due to the appearance of this article. He does not have hair or a face. Everything else is correct. There is also some questions whether or not there is more than one. I find that unlikely. It's mostly likely Slendy messing with your head in order to make you think there's more than one, which he has been known to do. As of now, Slendy has 3 or more accomplices. They are Hoodie, Masky, the Rake, and possibly Observer. Not much is known yet because the next episode of Noah Maxwell ARG has not been released. In the Marvel Hornets ARG, Hoodie and Masky are possibly his followers. In Everyman Hybrid's ARG, the Rake seems to be working with him, but we aren't really sure if that is true or not. Historical references. Brazilian cave paintings here. That's a cave painting. The earliest argued references to the legends within the cave paintings found in Serra da Capitã National Park in northeast of Brazil, which is believed to date as far back as 9000 BC. These paintings show a strangely elongated character leading a child by the hand, but make no reference to extra appendages. Even Egyptian hieroglyphs, German woodcuts. Oh, here's something. 1702 journal. My child, my Lars, he is gone, taken from his bed. The thing that we found is a scrap of black clothing. Feels like cotton, but is softer, thicker. Lars came into my bathroom yesterday, screaming at the top of his lungs that the angels outside. I asked him what he was talking to me, told me the nonsense fairy tale about Der Groban. He said he went into the groves by our village and found one of my cows dead, hanging from a tree. I thought nothing of it at first, but now he is gone. We must find Lars. The family must slay before we are killed. I am sorry, my son. I should have listened. May God forgive me. Even Roman mythology, English mythology. There are videos there. Links, creators, galleries. That's Slender Man. This is almost an hour long. I'm going to check again. I'm still waiting. I am always open for suggestions. Okay, I got no more. Hold on, let me post something. I always do this. I always for now. I make these videos short. I want to do long ones. It's 102. I got an hour. Um, 114 subscribers, guys. It's great. It's really great. Hold on here. I'm gonna do video psycho here. Oh my god, one subscription. I feel so happy. Okay. Thank you all for subscribing, by the way. I really enjoy this. Lovely fun. And there we go. Nope. I did that wrong. Photos. Camera roll. Yay. Okay. There we go. Oh. Thank you, Chibe, for subscribing and everything. She gave me a suggestion, but I don't know. There's one for pasta where a kid ran from room to room, turning lights on. A monster would shut them off after they left the room. It's very possible, but it was short. Oh, please tell me the name. I know people like that stuff. Just leave it alone then. I'd like to know its name. That's okay. Let me know your favorite creepypastas in the comments. Mine's Jeff the Killer, if you couldn't already tell. I post that a lot. Yeah, it's great doing this stuff. That's me, cartoon drawing, that's Wolf, that's a nutcracker, that's a skull, that's a panther, that's another nutcracker. This is all just junk. A minute here. I need to put this down. Okay. Nobody's answering. Nobody's answering. So, sorry, I'm in a bit of a rush again. What is this? What's this? No. Sorry, I'm quiet. With the tournament, I am, it's taking forever. Some people aren't on, so they don't republish it. Sorry. I guess there's nothing there. featured. I do think we need a new voice for ifunny. Yeah. Okay. Just help me out. Alright, well, as of today, it's socially acceptable to watch that before Christmas until December 25th. Isn't that exciting? Yeah, I love that movie. One of my favorites. I'm gonna end this video in an hour. I'm gonna post about telling you your stories. If you don't watch all this entire length of this video, that's okay. I don't know what to tell about this. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna end it. That's 2 minutes long. I did it. I'll do another video, so see you guys in the next video.